This is Matusz and I welcome you to this masterclass. This is for you if you are going through a breakup, separation or divorce, if you are high performing at work but maybe losing control emotionally, or if you are single and you went through breakup in the past but now you are afraid of repeating old patterns. And also, which is interesting, that all these tools work for people who are in a situationship, dating somebody emotionally unstable, or dating somebody inconsistent or unavailable. And it keeps triggering anxiety. All these techniques that I'm going to be teaching you, all these tools, all these nervous system hacks are for you to take and include in your life whenever you need them. Yes, it might start for you going through breakup, but this can be useful in any situation going forward. Who is this not for? Is for somebody who is looking for a trauma lecture, who is here to just vent. There is a lot of people who just come together and they are trying to vent, or who is looking for group therapy. This is not for people who are hoping to be fixed without doing the work, and this is not for people who are more interested in being understood than getting stable right here and right now. So if this is, fortunately, hopefully, this is not you, let us begin. My goal, I've got two goals for this presentation for the next 60 minutes. The first goal, my only goal, is to show you that the only way to heal and get back in control fast is to follow a structured step-by-step process. Not just giving it time, not talking about it, not using willpower to push through it. The second goal is to show you that the only proven process that does this is my 6-step S.E.C.U.R.E system. S.E.C.U.R.E for the 6 steps to take. And I will show you in the next 60 minutes. So let us go forward. Who am I? My name is Matusz. I've been hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner for more than 8 years. I've been a relationship coach for the last 4 years, focusing on people going through breakup, focusing on people who are in a tough spot and trying to figure it out. And I have already, within those 4 years, guided 50 plus people through recovery. And I've been also 18 years in a relationship. And since yesterday, I've been 15 years in marriage. Why since yesterday? Yesterday was my 15th anniversary of marriage. Was it? Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Has it been, Nick? Thank you very much for coming. I'm just gonna again mute, and when we get time, let us use the chat for now. We will have plenty of times to ask a question and answer at the end. Thanks a lot for coming. Now, has it been a like smooth ride, smooth sailing? Oh no, sorry. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. What got me here? So hear me out. In 2021, 4 years ago, I thought I had it all figured out. I've been already, working as a hypnotherapist. I worked on my inner child. I worked on my past traumas. Everything was working. I was in my marriage for 12 years. I was stable and solid until my wife came and said that she wants to take a break. And first I thought, oh yeah, from this conversation, I was like, yeah, sure, let's come to it tomorrow. But she said, no. Not from this conversation, from us. And for me, it was unexpected. For me, it was out of nowhere. It was out of the blue. But actually, it was written all over us. But what happened after is what this presentation is about. I spiraled. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. My mind was constantly racing, checking my phone like an addict. I tried everything. I tried therapy, I tried books, I tried podcasts, but nothing gave me relief fast enough until I realized that it wasn't mindset. It was my nervous system hijacking my brain. How did I realize it? It was quite simple. It was one of those nights again when it was like 2 or 3 a.m. Valerie, welcome. And I couldn't sleep again. And I was like replaying and rehashing all these stories. Like what could I have done to prevent this from happening? Until I realized that this is not helping. This is actually making me more agitated and less being able to fall asleep. Until I refocused on my breathing and I started to breathe really slow. And I realized that as I started to breathe, my mind followed and I was capable of falling asleep. And so from that moment on, I dedicated myself to find all that I could get my hands on. to figure out the way how to get myself out of that state, but also how to help others who find themselves in a similar state. And this realization that it is not about understanding what happened, it is not here in my mind, but it is down here in the body, became the foundation of what is now the S.E.C.U.R.E system. I'm going to show it to you. And once again, like I promised, it will be about practice. It will be about you taking with you specific tools that you can apply today. And most of them take less than 2 minutes to finish. So now this is about me, but what about you? Maybe you are there now. Maybe your breakup feels like withdrawal. Yesterday I was on a call with a new client, and he said it feels almost as if I was addicted to her, and now I'm craving the hit. And maybe you can't stop looping on what went wrong. Maybe you wake up anxious. Maybe you go to work pretending like it's fine, but inside you are barely holding it together. And let me just tell you one thing, you don't need more analysis. You don't need more understanding of what happened. You need a system that gets your body calm first. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you. So if this situation sounds familiar, you are in the right place. And let us begin. So now, my results over the last 4 years, I worked with more people that gave me the testimonials, but these are just written testimonials. Testimonials. There is actually Okon down here, as you can see, Okon down here. So he was one of the people who gave me testimonial. Thank you very much, my friend. So there's plenty of people that I worked with, not only after breakup, but people losing their jobs, losing money, losing significant other, people struggling with feeling not good enough, people struggling with shame and anxiety, and all of these that I'm going to share came as a culmination of all that I learned and all that I experienced with them. So we will be talking about 3 secrets today. And 3 secrets are the following. Secret number 1 is how to feel calm and in control even if your mind won't shut off. Secret number 2, how to heal regret and grief without years of therapy or endless journaling. And secret number 3, how to rewire your love blueprint. And so you naturally attract healthy partners. And these all 3 secrets are putting together the S.E.C.U.R.E framework. Secret number 1 is about the first 2 steps. Secret number 2 about the second 2. And then secret number 3 is about the last 2 steps. And one thing, and I wanna draw your attention to the chat once again. Just type in yes if you understand that whenever you see this logo, I borrowed it from Ray Dalio, good friend. Thank you very much, Ray, for putting it all together. This is a very nice. Whenever you see this arrow, you know that we will be practicing something. If you understand, just type yes in the chat, so I know that you understand that whenever you see this logo, we will be doing some kind of practice. So I'm just waiting for a couple of yeses, and then we can just kickstart it. Going into the chat, type in yes, that you understand that whenever we do this, yes, Ray understands. Okon, very good. And there's a couple of people there. Very good. Let us begin. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, secret number 1, how to feel calm and in control even if your mind won't shut off. Now, your mind can't heal what your body keeps reliving. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So maybe you think you need to understand what happened or get closure before you can move on, just like I did. And so let me just tell you what my story is and what brought me here. A few years ago, after my marriage ended, I would be constantly reliving the past. I would be constantly thinking about what happened. I would try to figure it out in my mind. And I was obsessing, I was overthinking, I was looping back into the past. And the worst thing was that when I was doing this, it was increasing the anxiety that I felt in my body. Does anybody have the same experience from the past? Maybe after breakup or maybe after anything else? Like the more you are trying to understand, the more you are trying to figure it out, the more you feel anxiety in your body. You can just give me thumbs up or write yes in the chat if you relate. Now, if you have this experience, if you have similar experience, you're going to understand the most important thing here. And that is there is something that is called mind-body connection. And mind-body connection is quite simple. When your body is stuck in a threat mode, when your sympathetic system is activated, and I don't want to be teaching here some complicated concepts, but when you put your body into a threat mode, the mind starts to manufacture reasons why you are actually feeling this bad, where in fact it might originate in your body. And so my first and foremost recommendation is to fix the state, because once you fix the state, the thoughts will follow. And how do you fix the state? Well, first things first, the step number one in the S.E.C.U.R.E framework is something that I call a sleep reset. Focus on the sleep. Sleep is the most important appointment of the day, and many of my clients who just went through a breakup and they're struggling with the sleep, they have one of the three problems, often more than one. They are either not being able to fall asleep, they are waking up in the middle of the night, anxious, overthinking, looping, or they are waking up too early. And I'm going to show you specifically what I do with these clients and how to solve each one of these problems quite simply. So let us go with the step number one, and that is the problem of falling asleep. Now, problem of falling asleep has actually three solutions. Solution number one is what you are supposed to do, and that is there are three things to do. Number one is to make sure that as soon as you wake up, you get morning sun. You can go online, you can find out what it means when you are getting a morning sun into your eyes. It's very important that as soon as you wake up, you go for a walk and you get morning sun into your eyes. So actually, falling asleep starts at the beginning of the day. Right? Morning sun. Number two, use up all your energy. Often we don't use up all energy and then we struggle to fall asleep. And number three, having a purpose, right? This is something that we can have the entire masterclass about, but this masterclass is not about that. But this is what to do. Now, what not to do, there are three, again, simple things, but often overlooked. Number one is to overstimulate. Is there anyone who is now with me live who found themselves scrolling the phone just before falling asleep? Is anyone guilty of that, like scrolling the phone? If yes, just type yes in the chat. I'm really curious about if somebody found themselves. Oh yeah, okay. It happened to me all the time. Now, the recommendation is to leave the phone, leave the screen tray as well, okay? Valerie, I guess everyone, right? Leave the screens away from you at least 1 hour before falling asleep. The second thing, over-exercise, especially for men. Men often try to solve their emotional issues by exercising too much, and often they put the exercise at the end of the day, which is not good for the parasympathetic activation, meaning it keeps you in the threat mode, and then you think, oh, what's the problem? Well, maybe nothing is the problem. Maybe it's just you over-exercise. The third important thing not to do is to overeat just before bed. The environment, the last solution, the sleeping environment is to have a specific sleep routine, noise control, and temperature control. So in other words, so you don't get up because you can't fall asleep, or you can't fall asleep because it's too noisy, or it is too hot, or maybe too cold. Now, all we are doing here, if you wanna take notes, the one thing that I would like to bring your attention to, I'm just gonna write it in the chat, is HRV. That is heart rate variability. The single number one predictor of the quality of the sleep is something that is called heart rate variability. And all you are trying to do is to bring it down. So I'm going to ask you here for a favor. Do not trust this guy. Go online and ask ChatGPT or ask Google or ask Gemini, whoever you are, consulting with, how to lower heart rate variability. And it will spill on you pretty much the same list. But let us talk about the second problem, and this is actually the problem that many people that I work with have. And now you see already the sign. So we will be practicing. I would like to bring everyone here. So if you have your camera off, please bring the camera on for a moment so I can see your lovely faces. And you will not have to do anything with your face. I just want to see you, so you are there. So I can see the kind of for the accountability. Valerie, pleasure to see you. So I would like to show you one single most effective process that I've been using for the last couple of years, and I teach every single one of my clients to do. And it is something that is called the lateral reset. Now, and this is very simple to do, and I would like for you to practice it with me. This is for when you wake up in the middle of the night and you are trying to fall asleep. Now, there are things that I would strongly advise against. That is, for example, journaling. Or strongly advise against. That is, for example, turning on the light and trying to be productive, right? Or scrolling the phone, the worst. What works, on the other side, or on the other hand, is something that is called the lateral reset. And here is what you do. I would like for you to practice with me. Number one, I want to invite you to close your eyes. This might be weird, but as I see only Ocon has his camera on, it's totally fine. I want to invite you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want to ask you to keep your midsection of your body uncrossed. That is, your hands are not crossing and your legs are not crossing. So keep them uncrossed. And the last thing that you do, the third step, so close your eyes, uncrossing your heads, uncrossing your legs, and the third step is to start breathing in a way where your out breath is very long and through the mouth. So as you take an inhale, the out breath, exhale, is very long through your mouth. It's like, ideally do it with the lips pursed, as if you were blowing through a straw, right? And you breathe this way. So you breathe in through the nose and breathe out through pursed lips. With your eyes closed, try breathing like this for a couple of moments. And then as you get into this tempo, inhale through the nose, exhale through the pursed lips, through your mouth. What you start doing is you start to move your eyes laterally. That is, to the left and to the right. To the left and to the right. And to the left and to the right, whilst keeping them closed. Now, please open your eyes very quickly, because you might fall asleep, and it happens quite fast. This movement, this whole process, couple of steps, not complicated, mimics your nervous system in REM sleep, in a deep sleep. And so if you do lateral reset in the middle of the night, it will take literally, I would maybe, I would bet my, let's say this finger, I would bet that it will take you no more than 5 minutes to fall asleep, regardless of the thoughts in your mind. Trust me when I say that there are people who reported back to me that even though they had these anxious thoughts, they woke up and thinking about their eggs and what she's doing and what he's doing and whatnot. Even with those thoughts, if you just close your eyes, take a breath through your nose and long out breath through your mouth, and you start moving your eyes, it will take you no time to fall asleep, to go back to sleep. Sounds fair enough? So this is solution number one. Let us talk about solution number two. And I'm already feeling quite relaxed, right? So solution number two is the solution that is inside my Love Leaders community. It's a free community, and there is a 6-step or 6-day protocol that is called the Panic to Peace protocol. And if you join the community, I will give you the link at the end of this presentation. It's for free. You can grab it there. You will find Drift Back into Sleep Self-Hypnosis. It's a 14-minute recording that you can listen to, and this will naturally program your nervous system that even if you wake up during the night, you will just naturally drift back into sleep, just like it happens to all of us. So there are two solutions. One is lateral reset. The second is drift back into sleep. And this is for the problem that many people have waking up in the night. The third problem that many people are trying to solve is waking up too early. Now, this might be your natural predisposition, so maybe there is not a problem at all. Maybe you don't have a problem. Maybe you are just an early bird. What I recommend strongly to many of my clients is to swap sleep for productivity. So if you wake up, I don't know, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and this is like you feel rested and lateral reset didn't work, then go into something productive. Do something that works. Do something that makes you feel satisfied for 90 minutes, and swap these 90 minutes of work, and then check again. maybe then you can close your eyes, do the lateral reset, and then drift back into sleep. The sleep is that important. When you have the foundation, then the anxiety is being lowered, right? And that's why we are focusing on the sleep as the first and foremost. So sleep reset. The second step, when it comes to secret number one, is letter E, and that is ease anxiety. And once again, let us jump into it. So when I was on the hypnotherapy training 8 years ago, our trainer stood in front of us and he said, anxiety is a non-personal reaction to overwhelm. And we're like, okay, dude, I don't know honestly what what that means. But he then explained it. He said, every single mammal, not just humans, but also dogs, also cows, also horses, every single mammal on the entire earth experiences anxiety if they are overwhelmed. There is nothing wrong with you if you are anxious. It is not personal. It is that you have too much stuff on your plate. And often the stuff, that's why I put there in bold, stuff, often the stuff is not real. It is kind of coming back from the past, hijacking our brain. We are replaying some stories that we already lived, and we are still thinking about them. So how can we take off the load? How can we release the anxiety? How can we lower the amount of stuff on our plate? And I have two solutions for you, actually three. So I would like to again bring your attention to the wonderful image there, and I'm going to show you something that is called the wide gaze. Now, for the wide gaze, all you need to do is to sit in your chair, or you can even lie down, whatever works for you. Just relax, sit back, and this is something that is somewhat similar to lateral reset, but there are a couple of differences. So, number one, I would like to invite you to sit straight, holding your head straight, and I want to ask you to move your eyes up. So to find some specific spot, maybe on the ceiling or on the wall that is higher than the eye level, and as soon as you find it, just rest your gaze on this spot. Focus all your attention onto that one single spot. And as you focus your attention onto that one single spot, I want to ask you to start breathing in the way where your in-breath and out-breath are of the same length. So you can breathe 4-4 or 5-5 or 6-6, whatever works. Just make sure that your in-breath is the same as your out-breath. And just keep watching that one spot. But as you are looking at that spot and as you are breathing, there is one thing I want to ask you to do, and that is, I want to ask you to start focusing your awareness on the edges of your vision. That is, notice anything and everything that is on the edge of your vision. Keep your eyes focused on that one spot, but notice the edge and just breathe. And when you do that, when you do this for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds, your anxiety vanishes, literally into thin air. Not just diminishes, not just lowers, it literally vanishes. Why? Because nervous system can't do two things at the same time. You can't have anxiety and focus on the peripheral vision at the same time. So when you lower your heart rate by breathing slowly, gently, and in the same length of in breath and out breath, when you focus your vision up and when you focus on the edges, your anxiety literally diminishes. Did anyone notice how relaxed they are? If you are relaxed more than before, just type yes in the chat. Really curious whether it's your experience. This is something that works for everyone, and it's just marvelous. Nick, yeah, very good. Pleasure to hear that. It's marvelous, and you don't need anything. You don't need very relaxed, right? Okon, just keep your eyes open. You don't need anything. You don't need pen and paper to journal why this is happening or what is happening. You just need your breath. You just need your eyes. You just need to know what to do. Lateral reset to fall asleep. The wide gaze for lowering the anxiety. Now, this is, again, a solution when the anxiety is already present. But let us talk about solution, how to prevent the anxiety from even arriving. And there are two ways how to do that. I put together 2 self-hypnosis recordings, and again, they are in Panic to Peace protocol. One is called Anxiety Free, the second is Powerful Peace. These 2 recordings take care of the source, of the root of anxiety. So you don't need to remember what this guy told you how to do the wide gaze. You can just live life without anxiety. So we are learning not only how to ease anxiety, but how to let go of the anxiety for good. This is step number 2. And so the results, I have plenty of results, but I think the best result is from Fernando that I worked with a couple of years back. And he went through a difficult situation when he lost his grandfather. He couldn't sleep, and by working together and introducing these techniques and these hacks, he got much better almost immediately, because it has been all about his nervous system. So let us talk about the secret number 1, that the truth is that you don't need to understand what happened first. You need to calm your nervous system first. And how to do that? By resetting your sleep and by easing your anxiety. So these are the first 2 steps. Let us continue. Secret number 2, how to heal regret and how to heal grief without years of therapy, journaling. You don't need to heal through thinking, or you don't heal through thinking, you heal through repatterning. And what I mean by that, let's talk about it. So my story. For years, even before the collapse, the emotional collapse of the breakup, I was always feeling not good enough, like almost my entire life. I was feeling like something was missing, right? Like there was some kind of void to fill, and I tried to fill it by experiences and achievements, but whatever I achieved, there was always like this sense of something is missing. And then year after year, I started to carry more weight. Things happened in the way that I didn't want them to happen. I experienced some losses, and the weight was kind of stuck in. And after my wife broke up with me 4 years ago, everything collapsed. It was almost as if the last straw that breaks the camel's back, and I literally collapsed for the next 6 months. But then I learned about mental environment. And I discovered the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, as I call them, 4 emotions that are so toxic and so difficult to carry that I dedicated myself to not only eradicate them in me, but to help others to eradicate them. And that is shame, grief, anger, and fear. And the first 2 are usually causing the second 2. So I will be focusing on these 2, that is shame and grief. But let me just tell you very quickly about what I mean about the mental environment. So imagine that you and I, we all that are here, we will meet in a cafeteria to grab a coffee, right? And we sit down there, and as soon as we are there, we open our eyes, there is an external environment that we all can describe using our 5 senses. We can say there is a chair, there is a table, there is a waiter or waitress, there is a bar, there is a coffee, and so on. This is something that we can all agree on. But every single one of us carries their own mental environment. And those are beliefs and dreams and emotions that we bring with ourselves, that we carry, literally, just like I wrote it there, year after year, carrying more weight that we carry. And some people are carrying so much stuff from their past that their past is literally hijacking their present moment. So if they were sitting in the cafeteria, they would not be able to even focus on what is happening because the past is so heavy. I want to ask you, have you ever experienced somebody who was just so back in the past, always constantly looking in the past? If yes, just type yes in the chat. There are these moments, right? There are these situations, there are these stages when you find yourself just looking back. And all you need to do is to release the weight of the past, literally to understand the internal environment and then learn how to make shifts within it. And let me show you what I mean by that exactly. Turned out it was me, yes, right? So the step number 3 in the S.E.C.U.R.E framework is the step C, that is conquer shame. Now, shame is the most toxic emotion that I know. I've been carrying it for 32 years of my life, and I learned when I was 32 that shame actually is not mine. Shame has never been mine. Shame is an emotion that is transferred from others. And it's a guilt that is being transferred onto you. Meaning, the other person, usually an authority figure, has some kind of standards. Their standards of others are more important than ours. So they have some kind of standards, they have some kind of boundaries, and they say, if I was in your situation, I would feel guilty. And so, but they don't say this. They actually say, shame on you. Or you should be ashamed of yourself, or how could you do such a thing? And they are judging, and they are, they are comparing, and they are giving all these things on you, where what actually happens is a transfer of guilt from them to you. And if you decide to carry it, you are carrying shame. But why do you do that? Why did I do it for the last, last 6 years, 7 years? I've been free of it, but the first 32 years, why did I do that? Because these people, these authority figures, are bigger in your mind. They are bigger than you. And so what can you do? Let me tell you the solution. And there are actually 2 solutions. Again, I've got 2 solutions for conquering shame. Number 1 is to taking off these people of the pedestal. And how do you do that? It's actually quite simple. The steps are very, very easy to follow once you know what you do. The first step is for you to find an image, a memory, or some kind of situation where you were shamed by other person. And we are not going to practice it here. I'm just going to explain it and let us move on. But first step is to go back into that memory and remember it, kind of bring it here, almost as if you were playing the movie once again. And once you see that memory, you will see very clearly, just like it happens to all people, every single person codes or categorizes shame in the same way, that you will see the other person as bigger than you. You are somewhat smaller and they are somewhat bigger. And all you need to do is to take them off the pedestal, meaning you will play that movie screen, you play that a memory, but you shrink them or you make yourself bigger. That's all you do. And once this happens, suddenly the power that they had over you disappears. Once again, it doesn't diminish, it disappears. And if you want to learn the step-by-step process, how to process shame out of your body for good, the solution number 2 is Break Free from Shame Masterclass. This is a masterclass I recorded, like a year ago. And Break Free from Shame Masterclass is a step-by-step process I use with my clients to let go of shame. You will find it in the Panic to Peace protocol in the Love Leaders community. Once again, it's for free. If you are struggling with shame, just go there, watch it. There is a step-by-step process that you do. And once you do it, my guarantee to you is that you will not be able to feel shame ever again. Not just that you will feel better about yourself. Once again, you will not be able to feel shame once again. You will not be able to be embarrassed. You will not be able to feel shame. That's my promise. Try it, come back to me, and we can celebrate together. So that's shame. Quite corrosive, quite toxic. It's important to focus on it, to let go of it. The result, worked with many people, but the best result I think, or the most memorable, was Aisha, who went through quite a tough time when she was getting divorced second time, and she felt a lot of shame about doing that. And actually what happened was that the shame didn't come from the second divorce or the first divorce. The shame came from upbringing when she was little, and she was literally little compared to the adults. And so when she grew herself, and we follow the steps, she is incapable of feeling shame, and she knows what is important for her. If you carry shame, it makes you not even understand what you truly want, because the standards of others are being imposed on you. And so you can't really tell what is important for you. When you let go of shame, you will know exactly what you want. And then and only then can your life truly begin. At least that was the case for me. So that's so much about shame. Let's talk about the step number 4, and that is unlock grief. So when we talk about grief, I want to say one thing, and that is the loss is universal. Maybe you experience the loss of a relationship. Maybe you experience a loss of some kind of dream, or loss of a job, or loss of money, or loss of a person if they passed away. Loss is something that we all experience, but grieving is individual. And right, Valerie, thank you very much. I love hearing that. Grieving is a skill, and grieving, there are these people who I call grief masters who can overcome any loss fast. And it doesn't mean that they don't cherish what they had, or that they didn't love the person that they lost. It means that they honor their memory and they keep their head up and they go forward. And so grieving is a skill, and it's a skill you can learn. What happens, why grief happens when we experience breakup, is that there is a lot of regrets. There is a lot of these memories that come into our minds that are kind of hijacking our brain, and often there are memories that have been real, the past memories, but sometimes there are these imagined memories. It's like, oh, what is she doing now? Or what is he doing now? Or what are they up to? And we have these kind of these memories. It's like, if I didn't lose them, I would be somewhere here. And it's like this imagined memory that doesn't even exist. This is quite the opposite of what you do when you are grieving master. But let me tell you the solution, or let me tell you this super amazing trick, this nervous system hack that I learned. And let me just tell you, I learned this one when I was struggling with the porn addiction, and I knew exactly what to do to let go of it, but there were always these images coming to my mind. And I didn't know what to do with these images. I was just using willpower, but I was like, this can't work, because if I'm using willpower, usually, porn addiction for me happened at the end of the day, and willpower is very low. And then what am I going to do? I can't really fight it, because they are like invasive, they are intrusive. What do I do with these images? Now, pinch and flick trick is something so profoundly simple that I could not believe that this could work, but it does, and it works wonders. So here is what you do. Whenever there is an image popping into your mind, some kind of regret, some kind of memory from the past, some kind of imagined scenario, like many of my clients, especially guys, are like, oh, I'm seeing her. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm seeing her with somebody else. It's like, yes, okay, so there are two processes. Lateral reset, we already talked about it. Pinch and flick trick. Now, what you do is this. When you are scrolling social media and something jumps on you, some kind of video or something, and you want to move beyond it, what do you usually do? First of all, you can make it smaller by just bringing your fingers together. You're kind of pinching it and bringing it smaller, so you are kind of zooming out. And then what you usually do is you stop the video. If it's a video, you stop the video, and then you flick it. You either flick it up or you flick it to the right. That's what you do on social media. That's what you do on the phone. And that's exactly what you do with the mental images. So let me guide you through the process. And I'm going to tell you this process on myself. Pinch and flick trick, how to do it when you struggle with porn addiction. Hopefully you don't. But there comes an image and you see some kind of scene. What you do first is you zoom out. So you literally take your fingers and you zoom out with your fingers, because the image is here, so you zoom out. And then you click, so you stop the scene. What I often used to do is to take away the color from it. So if you remove the color, almost as if you imagine that you can remove the color, you remove the color and then you flick it. Takes 30 seconds, takes even less. This is something that you can do with any memory, any regret, any imagined scene, anything that you are regretting, anything that you are grieving. You can move it, you can zoom it out, you can stop it, and you can flick it away. And this is something that I invite you to try to practice. Because what happens if you do it a couple of times, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, you get it into a muscle memory. And so you don't need to do it with your fingers and be like this weirdo on the street. It's like you are compressing something that doesn't exist for them, but it exists for you. It just happens, right? When I work with my clients, I teach them this specific thing step by step, and we practice 5, 6, 7 times in a row. It's like, bring something, great. Now zoom it out, stop it, take the color, flick it. Zoom it out, stop it, take the color, flick it. And they do it a couple of times until it becomes automatic. And the regrets will stop. Sounds good enough? This is how you do it. So this is the solution number 1 to move regrets away. The solution number 2 is something that is called the grief to gratitude. Basically, we have to change the channel. Yes, stop watching scary videos and watch kittens and good memories. Love it. Yes, exactly. So now, solution number 2 for unlocking grief and for unlocking gratitude that is behind the grief is something that is called grief to gratitude. It's a free masterclass. It's again in the Love Leaders. You can just go there, Panic to Peace. You open the Panic to Peace. You find it there, you click, and you watch this masterclass. It's a 7-step process that will show you exactly how to realize internally that you actually didn't lose anything, but you gained. In every loss, there is a lesson. In every loss, there is something for us to learn. And if you don't know how to do this process, you can be just nodding your head and saying, yeah, of course. But if you go through this process, you will learn how to grieve any loss from the past. And one last thing that's like a bonus, this process is very effective for pre-grieving. So if you are starting a new relationship, if you are starting a new project or new job, and you don't want to get attached too much, not in the way that I'm keeping my doors open, but I don't want to have them like, oh, what would I do without you? That way, this process will allow you to be fully present. And so it's marvelous. I had clients to use it for stepping into a new project, starting a new job, starting a new relationship, and all of them always come back to me and report that they can be fully present and fully there, instead of worrying about what would happen or what if the past happens, right? This process is how you do it. So unlock grief, solution number 2. Just go there, go through it, learn it. The result, plenty of results, but again, most glaring was Paul, one of my closest friends. He lost a father, went into deep depression, and we just did grief to gratitude very quickly. We did it day after his father passed away, and he was immediately shifted. Like immediately, it took us, I don't know, maybe 35 minutes, 40 minutes. He was immediately shifted, and then he said that when he attended his father's funeral 2 days after, he said, it wasn't my father, it was just a shell, because my father is always here with me. It was such a powerful message. But if you are going through a breakup, the worst thing that mind does is focuses on the last bit, right? There's the whole scene of what happened, the whole story, and there was a good times, and then at the end something wasn't good. So maybe it was a discard, but it's like just one sentence. You're like, what the heck happened? And mind gets really attached to this one. And it's like, oh, everything was really bad, everything was shit. No, it wasn't. It was actually really good, and you have plenty to be grateful for. And the gratitude will bring you more situations, more experiences, more partners to be grateful for, rather than focusing on the bad stuff. This is how you do it. Unlock grief, right? Secret number 2, the truth, you are not broken. You might be running a stuck emotional loop that can be rewired. There are specific processes. I showed you 2 very quick ones. You can go to Panic to Peace, grab them, try them, do them, they work. Let's go to secret number 3 now. We already went through the 4 stages, 4 steps. Secret number 3, how to rewire your love blueprint so you naturally attract healthy partners. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you are. And so if you are dysregulated, if you are insecure, if you are feeling very bad, if you're feeling anxious into yourself, you don't be surprised that you attract people who mirror that back to you, right? So when we talk about my story, after the breakup, I was all over the place, and I decided that I'm gonna figure it out. And I found an amazing book that is called Attached. Does anyone have experience with that? If so, just give me a yes in the chat. Like if you heard about it, if you read it. But all in all, let me just say one thing. It was eye-opening. Like when I was reading it, it was amazing. Everything suddenly made sense. It's almost as if somebody was watching us the entire movie, entire 12 years of our relationship. I learned I'm anxious. Oh, it makes sense. I'm anxious. And she's avoidant. Great. It's perfect. No wonder we've gone through push and pull. It's called, repeat the name, Attached. Simple. Attached. The new science of adult attachment and how it can help you and keep love. But all in all, Attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller. Attached. And I'm going to write it into the chat as well. So, but there was a problem. Realizing that I am anxious and realizing that she's avoidant didn't help us. Didn't help us at all. The book was enlightening, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to move out of it. Actually, it kept us unresolved much longer because now I had the label. Now I was labeling myself anxious, of course, and she's avoidant, attachment no more. Yeah, similar. That didn't help. And if you go on social media, you find there is a plenty of posts and plenty of coaches who are talking about attachment style, but without any specific steps how to move beyond them. And let me just tell you what I quickly realized. Let's talk about rewiring your attachment. So your nervous system functions like a magnet. So if you are secure within, if your nervous system is secure, you attract secure partners. If you are insecure, you attract insecure partners. Your attachment style, though, isn't set in stone. And what is the most important to understand or to realize is that any decision that you make next is far more important than the decision that you made last. Many people go through life and they feel like they are done. You know, first 6 years, formative years, I've been raised somehow. That was my attachment style, was said. I'm anxious now. This is my label. Look at me. I'm anxious. Poor me. What can I do? Or they are avoidant, or I'm avoidant. No, you can change it. You can change it by starting to focus on secure actions, secure feelings, secure behaviors, secure way of being. And how to do that? Well, there are a couple of steps. First of all, I put together, again, Masterclass, and it's, again, for free. It's called Become a Secure Partner, and you can grab it in the Panic to Peace protocol inside the Love Leaders community. There is a step-by-step process that I will guide you through how to rewire your attachment from anxious or avoidant into secure. So you can go there and you can do it today. But there is also another thing, and that is the last step is about envisioning future. In other words, what you have been through might be something that you are carrying around. It might be something that you are always dragging with you. We were talking about the mental environment. You go to the cafeteria, but with you comes this load, this mental load. What I do with every single one of my clients on the first session, on the very, very first session, and I'm just going to give you the secret, is I'm going to tell them, we start the first session, they're like, okay, I've got all these problems, let's solve this, right? You know, I went to break up, I now know I'm anxious, she's avoidant, it was a discard, what can I do? Let's do something with it. And I ask them, in the first couple of minutes, I ask them, yes, you have all these problems, and we'll focus on them, but I want to ask you to imagine and pretend that you can take these problems and move them on aside for a moment. Put a pin in them, right? We will come back to them, but for now, just put a pin in them, because now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and to imagine how you want to be in the future. So what I have them to do is to step into their ideal relationship, step into how they imagine and visualize their ideal romantic partner, and step into them and embody how they are as the ideal romantic partner. You know what's funny about it? Every single one of my clients can do it just like this. Just like this, they can put their problems aside and they can step into this amazing person that they always dream to be in less than 10 minutes. Anybody and everybody can do that. It's all about what you focus on. When you give your mind a prompt, it will always find the solution. If you give it a prompt, oh, why does this always happen to me? Trust yourself that your mind finds the solution. If you ask what is not perfect yet, it may be a better question, and your mind will find the solution. So what's the solution here? Quite simply, it's to repeat and repeat and repeat, stepping into the ideal relationship. And I put together self-hypnosis. It's called Ideal Relationship. It's again in the Panic to Peace protocol. You can go there. It takes 15 minutes to take you immediately from where you are to the ideal setup of you as the ideal partner, of you experiencing the ideal romantic partner, and of you experiencing the ideal relationship. The values, the ideal day, the behaviors, where you are, what you do, what you hear, how you feel, everything. And by practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing, you are moving away from being insecure into secure. Trust me when I say that just by listening to this, you get more stable, you get more regulated, and you get more clear about what you want. Instead of focusing on what doesn't work, you can start focusing on what works today. So that's what I do with my clients. The best example for this one was Toby. I worked with him a couple of years back, and he was just before his wedding, and he got, I don't want to say cold feet because he was totally going for it, but he got somewhat insecure just before that. And so we did this practice again and again and again and again. Him stepping into envisioning the future, him stepping into envisioning the future, him moving away from whatever anxious thoughts he had back into the center. And he's secure ever since. And I love hearing, whenever he comes back to me, I love hearing from him because there is a child now, there is a daughter, a wonderful daughter, and he's secure ever since. So the results are there, and you can have them too, because all of these are available for you as tools you can start using today. So secret number 3, the truth: you don't chase secure love. You attract it. You become the calm it is drawn to. Secure love doesn't exist out there. Secure love exists inside. And lastly, what I'm going to say is this: security is not something that comes on its own. Security is something that you create by continuously and consistently taking steps towards improving yourself. That's what I believe is the definition of security, right? If you wake up every day and you know that you are doing your best to improve yourself, to work on yourself, to heal yourself, to recover, that's the best gift you can give to every single person around you, right? That's the security. That's where it starts. And that's what attracts the secure partner to you. So now this is the full secure framework. And I showed you a couple of things today that you can apply very quickly. But also I showed you how to get more of these solutions inside the Panic to Peace protocol. And let me just very quickly and very briefly talk about one thing, and that is how I can help. What I do is that I'm helping people who went through something similar that I did, breakup and emotional collapse, and literally collapse of identity, to not only heal, not only recover, but to become something that I call the love leader. Love leader is a person who leads with love towards themselves, first and foremost, and towards others. And I created a free community that is called the Love Leaders Community that you can join today. And you can grab the free Panic to Peace protocol right there. The option number 2 is something that I guide people through one-on-one working together, and that is called the Fresh Start Protocol. Let me tell you very briefly about both of these options. So Love Leaders community is for free. I'm going to post this one in the chat just so you have it, but simply enough, all you got to do is to go to this site that is called loveleaders.life, and as soon as you land there, you put your name and you put your email, you can join the Love Leaders community, and as soon as you are there, you can grab the Panic to Peace protocol. 6 steps, plenty of stuff. There is like 6 self-hypnosis recording, 3 masterclasses. I talked about most of them. Go there, it's for free, and you can go through the Panic to Peace protocol. It's for you, for free, for good, forever. Grab it, use it, it works. The second option is something that I call the Fresh Start Protocol. I believe there are moments in life that we deserve a fresh start. And going through a painful breakup is one of those inflection points where I believe the fresh start is much needed. What I do is I offer this program as a 6-week immersion. And the 6 weeks consist of multiple things. Number one, there is a 6 90-minute sessions one-on-one with me every single week. There is a specific day that we decide this is your day, and we meet on that day, and this is the day just for you. The Fresh Start, let me tell you one thing, I work only with 3 people at once. So now I have 2 seats for this specific protocol available, 2 seats left, one is taken, but why I work only with 3 people? Because I offer not only one-on-one sessions, but I offer 24/7 support through something that is called Voxer. It's something like Telegram or WhatsApp, where we have text and voice support anytime. So we do the session, and the day after you wake up, or during the night you wake up and you need something, you text me, I'm there. I'm supporting you, I'm holding you, because I know how tough it is. I know how difficult it is to go through that stage after breakup, and I know mostly for men how the society is kind of pushing on us that we are supposed to do it all by ourselves. How there is a lot of stigma and a lot of shame that men carry if they ask for advice, or how men often say, and I hear this daily, I don't want to bother my friends with this, right? I don't want to bother them. So let me just tell you, and it feels like this is not true only after breakup, but this feels like a generalization. There will be plenty of people for you when you are on the top of the mountain. There will be plenty of people where you climb all the way to the top, where you achieve your goals, and they will be there and tapping you on your shoulders. And they will be like, yeah, you are great, you are amazing. I want to be there for people who are down low, because often there's nobody, because we don't ask for it, or they don't feel comfortable holding us, and they're like, hey, it's fine, it's okay, you'll be fine. I want to be there for these people, and that's why the Fresh Start Protocol is there. But also there is another thing, and apart from Panic to Peace, this is what the community looks like. So this is Panic to Peace that everyone gets access to. As soon as people start working with me through Fresh Start Protocol, they get access to everything. So it's unlimited access, lifetime access to everything, every single tool that I ever put together. It's for sleep survival pack, so for sleeping. There is trauma release, there is grief to gratitude, step-by-step process. There is 12 masterclasses, 11 masterclasses. Desire, we did it with Okon, he experienced it. So Desire, how to attract and keep secure love you. Desire, it was a 12-week program. It was amazing, I really enjoyed it. And so there is as well Your Ideal Version, and I'm adding more and more tools. What I'm doing here is I'm putting together library, which is already quite rich. I'm putting together a library of tools so that as soon as somebody starts with me the Fresh Start Protocol, this will be their last investment into their mental health, into their self-improvement. So they don't need to be looking for anything with anyone else. They get everything here. Whether they need anything for confidence, or whether they need anything for grieving or any trauma, it's all here. Why? When I started, I had a couple of clients who came to me for something. We did a couple of sessions, we resolved it, and then off they go, and then in a couple of weeks or a couple of months they came back for something else. I was like, okay, this seems like a good business for me, but not so good business for you, because you need to invest and reinvest and kind of reopen the same thing. I wanted to create one-stop shop for anyone, and this is what I put together. One last thing, I always offer 100% satisfaction guarantee, meaning this program is for 6 weeks, but I want results. I don't care about time, I care about results. So if somebody, didn't happen to me just yet, but it's always there, if somebody do not experience rapid improvement in how they feel, in how they can manage the emotions, and in how they feel when it comes to love, that is secure attachment, levels of anxiety, improving sleep, everything that we agree on, I continue working with them until it's done. Like I said, it didn't happen just yet because usually these improvements happen sooner than in 6 weeks. And so then we can focus on multiple goals, but it's there just in case.